While the world is chasing what's popular, they're standing still, watching. They don't dress, talk, or think the way everyone else suddenly does. And here's the uncomfortable truth. People who never join trends aren't behind. They're operating from a completely different psychological framework. Today, we're breaking down the mindset of people who resist trends, why they do it, what it says about their identity, and why their quiet independence makes others uneasy. Stay until the end because the final trait explains why trend followers often feel threatened by them. 1. They value internal validation over external approval. Most trends spread for one simple reason: approval. People don't join trends because they love them. They join because they fear being left out. Trends offer social safety. If everyone is doing it, you can't be judged for it. But people who never join trends operate differently. Their self-worth doesn't come from likes, applause, or belonging. It comes from internal alignment. They ask one question before adopting anything new: does this actually fit me? If the answer is no, the trend dies instantly, no matter how popular it is. This makes them appear stubborn, distant, or even arrogant, but in reality, they're simply immune to external pressure. They don't need the crowd to confirm their identity, and that alone puts them in a psychological minority. 2. They're highly conscious of manipulation. Trends are rarely organic. They're engineered by algorithms, by marketing teams, by social pressure. People who resist trends subconsciously sense this. They notice how suddenly everyone starts thinking the same way, wearing the same things, using the same phrases, sharing the same opinions. To them, it feels artificial. So instead of feeling excitement, they feel resistance. Not because they want to be different, but because they don't like being influenced without consent. Psychologically, these individuals have high autonomy sensitivity. The moment something feels forced, pushed, or mass adopted, their instinct is to pull back. The more aggressive the trend, the stronger their resistance becomes. 3. They have a strong sense of identity. Most people borrow their identity from the environment. They become what's popular. They adopt what's praised. They blend in to avoid friction. People who never join trends don't need to borrow an identity. They already have one. Their preferences are stable. Their values are clear. Their self-image doesn't shift every season. That's why trends bounce off them. It's not rebellion, it's coherence. Changing for the sake of fitting in would feel like self-betrayal, and psychologically, they'd rather be misunderstood than misaligned with themselves. 4. They think long-term, not short-term. Trends are short-lived. What's celebrated today is forgotten tomorrow. What's viral now is embarrassing later. Trend-resistant individuals are aware of this. Their mindset is long-term oriented. They care about durability, not excitement. Instead of asking, is this popular right now? They ask, will this still make sense in 5 years? This applies to fashion, opinions, lifestyles, and even relationships. They don't chase moments, they build foundations. That's why they often appear boring in the short term, but grounded in the long term. 5. They're comfortable being out of sync. One of the hardest psychological fears to overcome is being out of sync with the group. Humans are wired to belong. People who never join trends have made peace with isolation. They don't panic when they're behind the curve. They don't rush to catch up. They understand something most people don't. Being early, late, or alone doesn't matter. Being authentic does. This comfort with being out of step gives them emotional stability. While others feel anxiety trying to keep up, they remain calm, observant, and unaffected. 6. They observe before they participate. Trend followers jump in immediately. Trend resistors wait. They watch how it unfolds, who benefits, who loses, what changes once the excitement fades. Often, by the time the truth becomes clear, the crowd is already deeply invested. This observer mindset makes them appear detached, but it's actually strategic. They prefer understanding over participation, and because of that, they're rarely blindsided by regret. 7. Why this makes others uncomfortable. Here's the part most people won't admit. People who don't follow trends make trend followers uncomfortable because their presence silently asks a dangerous question. If they don't need this, why do I? Their refusal exposes how much of modern behavior is driven by fear of exclusion. So, instead of curiosity, they're often met with ridicule. They're weird, they think they're better, they're out of touch. But deep down, it's insecurity speaking. Independent minds threaten collective illusions. The hidden strength of trend resistance. People who never join trends aren't antisocial, they're anti-automatic. They choose deliberately, they move intentionally, they live on their own timeline. In a world designed to pull you in every direction, their stillness is power. They don't chase relevance, they don't fear missing out, they don't sacrifice identity for acceptance. And while the crowd keeps running towards the next big thing, they remain rooted, unmoved, unpressured, uncontrolled. If you see yourself in this mindset, understand this: you're not behind, you're not strange, and you're not missing out. You're simply free.